Our revenue planning spreadsheet is part of the CEO system bundle. So I'm going to walk you through this sheet as quickly and efficiently as I can. This is our dashboard. We're going to be hopping back and forth between this. Do not touch any of this. It's pulling from all of these tabs down here. So we're going to start with this one. This is the revenue planning spreadsheet. So this top part is for your revenue forecast. This is for you to go through and set goals for the year and forecast out your revenue. So for example, if offer one is $1,000 and you want to sell 20 of them, it's going to forecast your revenue accordingly. So the first step that I want you to do is go through and change these to match your business. So let's say you're a coach. Do one-on-one coaching, maybe a group program, and a course, for example. You want to customize this sheet to make it feel like yours and align more with your business. So going through and changing those, setting the price of them, and setting your goal. That's step one. Here, this is where you can break out that annual goal into months. That just kind of helps you take those goals and put them in more bite-sized pieces. These are automatically going to autofill from what you change up here. Down here, this is actually a part of my onboarding process, is recording my actual 2021 revenue. So let's say I bring on John Smith. He gets offer one, and he's going to pay $1,000 a month for 3 months. So what that's going to do is it's going to calculate Q1, and it's going to calculate my total revenue here. You can see up here at the top, it's going to fill in this, but it's not going to fill in this. So the reason that is because this is still offer one. So you will need to also go into data validation and delete all of these and change them to your offers. So it's super important that, and I'll show you why, that all of these are word for word what you put up here. So let's select one-on-one coaching. For example, you should be able to select that and it's going to fill in here. The reason it's not is because there is a space after one-on-one coaching. As soon as I get rid of that, it's going to fill in this revenue. So as you record your actual revenue here, it is going to record it up here and tell you how close you are to achieving your goal. So that is the revenue planning. You will see over here that it does fill in this is your actual revenue for the year. It's going to start to fill in this donut chart for how much each of your offers is bringing in. The client payment tracker is another part of my onboarding process. So all of this is coming in from this other sheet here. So you don't have to do anything there. And then you can go through and set what their payment schedule is. For me, my options are upfront monthly or 50% down and 50% at the end. This is for design projects. Obviously, you need to go change these to align with how you take payments. Again, with that data validation, you can just delete this, change them, and then you will need to pull it down to make sure it goes through all of them. Payment status, you can change to in progress, complete, overdue. This is something I check on at least every other week. Putting the invoice date here, my payment processor has an option for auto pay, so I like to say yes or no, so I know if I need to keep an eye on their payments coming in. And then you can put the total amount due, the amount they've paid so far, and it calculates how much is left. That is, again, going to go back to our dashboard. It's going to filter in here. Lastly, we have our budget. So this is just 100% just suggestions. I have a lot of people ask me how much they should be spending on certain things per month. So what this is a suggestion. I am a marketing person, so I like a higher marketing budget. And this is based off of your revenue projection here of $220,000. Here, this is just pretty much purely informational. All you have to do is change this box here, which I'll put a little box around it. Putting the amount of hours you work per month, and then it's going to calculate your expense per hour. And then all of this is going to come from your budget here. So the first thing you really need to do is put this in and go here and start building out your budget. Obviously, you can change these based on your business, add some lines, and build out your budget that you are going to try and stick to each month. That's going to calculate here, which let's just go through and put this up a little bit. So let's say you want to spend an average of $14.50 a month. We can go here and say, let's say I'm pretty spot on. Oops, pretty spot on, except I have a few extra expenses this month. It's going to show you that you not only went over budget, but you actually spent way more than you made in January because you only made $1,000. If you were to have made $15,000, $16,000, it's going to tell you that you've only spent 12% and you have $14,000 left over. So just a great thing to keep an eye on your spending. And yeah, it'll keep track of your excess and everything, which is tying back to here. Again, all of this goes back to the dashboard. You can take a look at your spending, just overview in the dashboard. Lastly, the annual overview. This is something that I actually did. I was wondering if I should include this in the revenue planning spreadsheet because it's not technically revenue planning, but for me, it's part of my onboarding process, so it's convenient for me to have it right here. So what it does is it basically just helps me see my capacity for the month. When I onboard a new client, I go through and put their start date and end date, and it calculates here. It'll autofill. So for example, let's say Jackie Smith comes in. She wants to start on 2/8, and she's going to be on until 6/7. Typing that in is automatically going to fill in this Gantt chart here. I have sections for any group programs or launches or anything else. Again, please change this to align with your business. Just a great way to see your capacity and ensure that you're kind of maintaining balance. So that is the revenue planning spreadsheet. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is actually a part of a CEO systems bundle. There are 4 more monster spreadsheets just like this in the bundle. You can find the details about it down below in the video description. There's so much value packed into this bundle, but it is all centered around making CEOs' lives easier. And there's also a balance spreadsheet that has a healthy habit tracker, a CEO schedule builder, and all about building a balanced lifestyle as an entrepreneur. So I hope this was helpful, and happy revenue planning.